Hey guys, Ultraman52 here. Today is part 4 and the final part of my DVD collection video. Now in this part we will be going into this shelf right here. This contains more of like the main DVDs and Tokusatsu and Giant Monster stuff. So let's go on. Gonna move these DVDs out of the way for a brief moment. Gonna move them to the side. First we're gonna do is take a look over here. This movie here is wrong movie, not that one. This one here is Prince's Purple Rain. I haven't taken the price tag off. Yeah, those of you who haven't noticed, I've actually moved some stuff out of the way. I put my Code Geass DVDs back there behind these DVDs, and I moved my Evangelion stuff here, well, two of my pieces of Evangelion stuff here, and I removed two DVDs. I removed the Monsters DVD from here, and also the random volume of South Park that used to be right here. And I also removed that extra copy of Gamera 2 Attack of Legion from my that used to be like right here, so I removed that. So I can just sell them and get some money for like maybe other kaiju figures or maybe something else like DVDs. But yeah, Princess Purple Rain. I think I showed that in my part 3. I forget. Then here is Robin Williams, Weapons of Self-Destruction. This mainly is just a comedy DVD. I mean, in fact, it's like a stand-up comedy special. Pretty funny. I mean, Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors next to Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Dustin Hoffman, who else? And also Heath Ledger, too, for his great performance in The Dark Knight as the Joker, and also Michael Keaton. Continuing on, we got Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny. Probably gonna end up selling this too because the case has seen better days and the disc is so badly scratched up that I can't even get like 30 minutes into the movie. So yeah, here we got the sci-fi double feature of The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and Them. Two great 50s classic giant monster films. This I think both films took place after the American version of Godzilla, King of the Monsters came to America. No, sorry, yeah, these two films came before Godzilla, King of the Monsters came. So yeah, The Cable Guy, starring Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey. One of my favorite comedies. The Giant Behemoth, another one of those great classic giant monster movies. This is the cult classic version. Here we got the Americanized version of The Guyver, the director's cut. Not as bad as everyone says it is, although the fight scenes are really bad, although it could have been worse. But thankfully, I got the sequel here, Guyver 2, aka Guyver 2 Dark Hero. The fight scenes are a lot better, and actually has a better storyline, and I really do like the suit of the Guyver and also the Guyver Zoonoid. We have the Host 2-disc Collector's Edition. This is a very obscure monster movie. Basically, like a film that was from, I think, like North Korea or something like that. I forget. Or China or something like that. I have no idea. But it still is a pretty good movie. Basically, it's a monster movie, I was wondering. Here we got The Incredibles. This is the full-screen 2-disc Collector's Edition. I might just keep this considering the fact it's a Collector's Edition. Although I don't like the Incredibles at all. I like the classic Disney stuff. Here we got the number 23, starring Jim Carrey. It's been a while since I've actually watched this, so I gotta re-watch it sometime. But I thought it was a pretty good film, actually. Now, here we come to the two. That's the end of the DVDs here. Now we come to the two Lonely Blu-rays. First one is the Blu-ray / DVD copy of Death Kappa. A very recent giant monster movie that is pretty good, although I really hate the suit for Death Kappa, but the monster that he actually fights, who is that thing right there, is a really beast. I'm actually thinking of doing a review on it sometime, but that's just a big if. Here we got Michael Jackson. This Is It. Basically, what this is that it's like a behind the scenes or like documentary feel to it. Basically, just explaining like what happened like backstage, like while Michael Jackson was preparing, to do his show, the This Is It tour. Of course, still pretty tragic that Michael Jackson is dead. I mean, he did a lot for everybody. He's one great performer. And here we come to, and that's the end of the Blu-rays. I'm possibly going to be getting some more Blu-rays soon, like I said in my Kung Fu Panda video. I did a couple days back. I'm probably going to end up getting Kung Fu Panda 1 on Blu-ray just because I want to see what the quality difference is. And I'm also going to get Kung Fu Panda 2 on Blu-ray. And also maybe even the Gojira Godzilla on Blu-ray and the American Godzilla on Blu-ray. Yes, I did say that I wanted to get the American Godzilla on Blu-ray. Shut up. And here is... Now here is actually where I put all my, like obscure and not very well known superhero shows. Here's Iron King. It's made by the same guys who made Ultraman, but it's an okay series. But not a big fan of Iron King design, but I like all the monsters that he fights. And here is the Super Robot Red Baron, the complete series. I actually say this is a little better than Iron King, although Iron King is more, like it's more Ultraman-ish, where this is just more like, like giant robot stuff while he fights other giant robots and crap. So yeah, but still a pretty good series. You can find both these DVDs like very easily nowadays. I haven't seen too many in stores though, but whatever. I'm sure you can find like in a Walmart, you can find it pretty easily, or maybe even in Target. I don't know where. Now, here we go into like the Toho stuff here. Well, like Toho and Gamera stuff here. Here we have Varan the Unbelievable. This, I kind of actually regret watching, well, not really regret, but kind of wish they could put the English version of Varan on here. Apparently I heard it was really, really bad, the English version of Varan, so they didn't put it on the DVD. But whatever, I still have Varan, because I like Varan. He's a pretty cool monster. Icons of Sci-Fi Toho Collection, which contains the H-Man, Battle in Outer Space, and Mothra. H-Man is pretty good. Same thing for Battle in Outer Space. I mostly got it for just Mothra, because I haven't seen Mothra at all. But I'm sure that Naruto Cool is going to be bitching at me about that. But here we got the Toho Master Collection sets of Rodan, sorry, and War of the Gargantuas. I love Rodan. I think it's one of the best giant monster movies of all time. And I have never seen War of the Gargantuas when I first got this, so mostly got it for War of the Gargantuas, because I've never seen it before. And it's actually a pretty damn good movie. And let's see what's next. Here we got Frankenstein Conquers the World, aka Frankenstein vs. Baragon. Wow, I really hate the Frankenstein in this movie. It's just stupid as hell. Still, I really do hate the Frankenstein in the movie, but Baragon, the monster he faces, actually the subtitle for it is actually known as Frankenstein vs. Baragon. But Baragon could have easily beaten Frankenstein if he wasn't, couldn't grow back his body parts. And here is Monster X Strikes Back, possibly one of the very few comedy giant monster movies. This stars Gilala from this is kind of like a return film to him, because the original film was called The X from Outer Space. And here we go. We got the double feature of Destroy All Planets, aka Gamera vs. Virus, and Gamera Strikes Back, aka Gamera vs. Barugon. Here we got the limited edition box set of the Heisei Gamera series. Now this thing contains Gamera 1, Guardian of the Universe, Gamera 2, Attack of Legion, and Gamera 3, Revenge of Iris. This thing is now out of print, so it's extremely rare to find. I was looking up to find mine at actually like a music store that actually sells DVDs. In pretty good condition actually, it was still like in packaging too, so that's good. Now we come on to like the Toho stuff, which I'm going to move this out of the way, so I can show you all the Godzilla films. Now I've got to be quick on some of the films. Gojira Godzilla, the original Japanese masterpiece. Sorry for the lighting, can't really see it too well. But yeah, Godzilla Raids Again, very obscure Godzilla film that very few people know about and actually care to watch. King Kong vs. Godzilla, one of the greatest giant monster movies of all time. Mothra vs. Godzilla, can't say much about it, even though that's considered one of the best, and Godzilla's most lifelike performance. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, one of the very first Godzilla films I ever saw as a kid. Invasion of Astro Monster, aka Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, really cool Godzilla movie that was really, really awesomely done. And Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, another one of my very first Godzilla films I ever saw as a kid. Gonna give like a little better view of the DVD. Here we got Son of Godzilla. considered one of the worst or one of the best. I think it's one of the best. Destroy All Monsters. Probably going to end up finding the regular DVD version of this, because the DVD for this thing is so badly scratched up that I can't even get past like 30 minutes into the movie, which sucks. Here we got All Monsters Attack, Ultimate Godzilla Revenge, the worst Godzilla film in history. Here we got Godzilla vs. Hedorah, the Godzilla film for the hippies. Godzilla vs. Gigan, one of my favorite Godzilla films of all time. Don't you dare do this. Start doing that. There you go. Come on. Give me the DVD. Thank you. Godzilla vs. Megalon. This is a very, very rare out-of-print DVD version of the movie, released by a very low-budget studio that actually releases a lot of old-school films. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the original. Of course, you gotta have the original one of the greatest Godzilla movies of all time. Terror of Mechagodzilla, which stars my favorite Godzilla monster of all time, Titanosaurus. Double feature of Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla and Mothra, the Battle for Earth. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Double feature of Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And of course the one that everybody hates, the American Godzilla. Godzilla 2000, the last Godzilla film to be aired in American states, actually in theaters. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. I don't care what people say, I love this movie. And it's kind of my favorite Godzilla film of all time. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all out attack. That was a mouthful, and that's also what she said. Bootleg version of Godzilla x Mechagodzilla, the Japanese version. The American version of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Damn it. Here we got Tokyo SOS, aka Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Not much to say about that movie. We got Godzilla Final Wars, currently Godzilla's last movie, and the original Ultraman Season 1 Volume 1, and Season 1 Volume 2 of the original Ultraman. It's currently the complete series of Ultraman there. Well, of the original Ultraman, I should say. And Volume 1 of Ultraman Tiga Prophecy of Evil. And that's it. Wow, that took a lot of parts. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and sayonara.